Well, all right. Welcome to my first video, the Lucky Bear, Dylan Colopy, trying to just share a little bit of, fun fantasy in regard to the NFL, everyone's favorite football league. I'm going over kind of a fun little scenario where I have been granted the authority to reshape the NFL as I see fit. So I've gone ahead and I have decided to realign the league and put everything in its proper place. Now, I'm a big fan, obviously, of regionalism. If you cannot tell by our fun little preview map, you can already get a good gander on what I'm up to. So let's go over the old nuts and bolts of this fun. So in the upper right here, we got going on the AFC East, where we still have the, of course, New England Patriots, everyone's favorite, the Buffalo Bills, the best team in the land, and the New Jersey Jets. You have been dubbed the New Jersey Jets, solely so, my pleasure. Pretty much that's it. I feel like Jersey's kind of green in terms of just the state, and, you're green. You're green too, Jets, so you guys fit together. Where the New York Football Giants get to retain the title of New York. I moved them, of course, from the NFC East, kind of keeping that region tucked up in there for the AFC and moving forward. So now we'll go over to the AFC North. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump away here into the Ohio Valley, where, of course, you've got the traditional franchises of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, representing here, of course, the Northern Ohio region, and you got the Cincinnati Bengals. And I like to think, and Bengals fans, of course, can correct me on this, that they have a good fan base coming in here from Kentucky. Much like whether Pittsburgh Steelers fan likes to admit it or not, I think they've got a good fan base down here in West Virginia as well. And the sacrifice from the NFC that gets to come over is, of course, the Detroit Lions. Being kind of close to Cleveland, I liked putting them there. The other option I kind of felt with was the Indianapolis Colts, but then I decided I also just wanted to shake everything up. Thus, every division got at least some form of shakeup or new team going on in their thing. So the AFC North here, folks. So, moving on to the AFC South and trying to keep my things straight. We've got here kind of the Mid-South, Texas region, I like to call it, where we've got, of course, the Houston Texans still represent the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans as well, but we've kind of shifted two other franchises over. We went and we booted those Dallas Cowboys out of the NFC East. Know we will catch a lot of gripe for that. A lot of people like those traditional rivalries the Cowboys have with the Commanders and the Eagles. I don't care is a good way to put it in this system. I'm looking to reinvent rivalries in franchises. So you got Dallas, Houston kind of close here. You got the old New Orleans Saints as well coming over from the NFC South to the AFC South. Just to kind of round out this bottom region, made the most sense going in. You see that we got this fun little panhandle of Tennessee. We got this kind of interesting, fun little mix of panhandles is the best way to put it. I like to believe that with my fun expansion plans, to be going over in a later video, that'll kind of sort out that mess in the middle. We won't have as many panhandles going on in our league. And then finally, to round out the AFC, we will, of course, be going over to the AFC South, where we've got kind of sectioned in the southeast region of the country, where we've kept the Las Vegas Raiders. Oof. We have moved San Diego because nobody likes you, Spanos. I highly doubt your business model can make money anywhere, so I'd like to move you back to San Diego, where the Chargers rightfully belong. So yeah, screw you, Spanos. Apologies to the city if you don't want the team either. You're getting it. Ha! Take it. And then the outcasts from the NFC West, we're going to move the LA Rams over, kind of keep that good Southwest feel going on there. And we will also, of course, be moving over the Arizona Cardinals as they're, of course, tucked into the Southwest region there as well. So as we go over our AFC, we've got the AFC East and Northeast here. We've got the AFC North here, tucked in the Ohio Valley and up into Michigan. We've got the AFC South focused here on kind of the Texas region and the states aligned with it. And then, of course, we've got the Southwest region, the AFC South, down tucked here in the southeast corner of the country. So, that was the AFC. Now we will move on to everyone's favorite, the NFC. Maybe not their favorite. Not my favorite. Maybe everybody else's. So, we will start with, of course, the vaunted NFC East. We, of course, have the staples of the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders coming back to keep the traditions alive. But we're also going to kick Baltimore. We're going to kick Baltimore into their division. Again, I got all three of these guys kind of lined up in a nice little row. Just kind of made sense to me. And to make it so, of course, the Carolina Panthers were not out here on an island and stuck in God middles of nowhere purgatory. They, of course, will be joining the NFC East. So remaining in the NFC, but moving to the Eastern Division in a new, fresh look of opponents. So moving forward, we will move, of course, to the NFC South, where we've got the Atlanta Falcons remaining, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers remaining as well, but then two new teams, of course, from the AFC South moving over. We've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've got these Florida teams tucked in here, and I'm not a big fan that they're all over the place in terms of division. I'd like them to beat the hell out of each other is a good way to put it. So we've started with Jacksonville, and then we also, of course, kicked the Miami Dolphins out of the AFC East and stuck them here in the new NFC South. And now we will move on to the NFC North, of course, where, of course, we've got the staples of the Minnesota Vikings, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears. But we're also going to add a little spice in there with the Indianapolis Colts. As we move east to west, they kind of become the short man out in terms of finding themselves a nice home and division. So we've stuck them here with their Midwest brethren. And I hope to kind of spur some new blood and rivalry for those franchises by kicking Detroit out, because everyone seems to beat up on Detroit now. I say that as they're starting to make a comeback, so we shall see. It all remains to be seen. Now, moving on to the NFC West, we've, of course, got the staples of the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers, but we're moving two staples of the AFC West over to the NFC. We've got the Denver Broncos, of course, and the Super Bowl champions Kansas City Chiefs, led by one Patrick Kermit Mahomes. Gods, I hate, love them. Such a good team, but they always beat the crap out of my Bills. So Josh Favre Allen can start stepping his game up. Things are going to change. Things are going to change real quick. I can feel it. So, to round out the NFC overall, we've got kind of our Atlantic division tucked here in on the side, as well as our Florida kind of Southeast division going on up in here. Then we've also got our North division, where we've got our traditional, Packers, Vikings, Bears, oh my, going on. And then we've done some jankiness with the NFC West, shifted some AFC teams in. And now we've got this big region going on here. Again, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, not exactly the most populous of places, but again, they got some populations and they fall in the middle there. All this will, I think, help out as we try to expand in the future. This map, of course, is a base realignment, as I like to call it. I have written some other scribblings of how, what cities, franchises I would look to place in the NFL to kind of make it to 40, make 4 teams, 2 conferences, 4 divisions, 5 teams apiece. This, of course, is all in the vein of the league talks of expansion and moving to Europe and all that stuff. I'll state that I am not exactly a big fan of moving to the Europe. It's not that I don't like Europe, it's just that I don't know. Football is a brutal game, is a good way to put it. And so I don't know that long-term player sustainability will be viable using that system. If you truly want to get over there, you're going to have to make an 18 league like an XFL, USFL, and just kind of go for it. I think that's a better thing. I loved your NFL Europe back in the day. The Rhine, the Rhine and all that stuff. Anyway, the German team roots for the Germans, but anyway, some contradictions, some things that might be flaws that I kind of already see as well. First off, I've moved Kansas City, possibly one of the most staple AFC teams, to the NFC. Again, I'm very big on the region, so that's probably the biggest reason that happened, is that, you got kicked out for region more than anything. I would ideally move KC back to the AFC as I expand. But for my base realignment purposes, they get kicked to the NFC for now. Another fun issue that people probably have is Dallas. Everyone likes those traditional matchups against Washington and Philly and the Giants. Tough. It's my league now. I'll make it happen. Again, I addressed it a little bit earlier. We've got our fun little panhandles going on here. Again, with future expansion videos, I think some of that will be a little bit more cleaner and vetted out, where we'll shift some teams over into other divisions for it to make a little bit better and more sense for the region. So, this thus concludes my fun and lovely artwork and presentation of how the Lucky Bear would realign the current NFL landscape to make it a little bit more regionalized and spice things up. You know, I really just want to spice it up. So, go Bills Mafia! We're gonna do it. It's happening this year. Dalton Kincaid. Second half of the season I think is going to be bright. So don't let the first half of the season fool you. The team's going to need a little bit to get acclimated to this offense. And personally, I'd rather them look bad, my Bills that is, and come on strong at the end. That's when it matters more. That's what we remember more. So, anyway, if you enjoyed the content, enjoyed my rambling and my scrambling over here, first YouTube video, so I hope, to expand, better graphics, better software, all that stuff, but I was antsy and just wanted to get something out, so the paint in me came out and we did this. So, like, subscribe, comment on what you think. Would love to hear feedback, contrarianism, general hecklism. Everyone can pick on me. I have to go back and fix this when I redo this video, of course. The New Jersey Jets. I didn't like you so much, Jets, that I decided to throw you in New Jersey. So, there, you're welcome. But, anyway, I hope everyone enjoys, has a great day of it all, and we will see you later. Lucky Bear, out.